efficient with the way they use resources. I came to this conference as an invited guest. I'm doing a session tomorrow, but you know what? I signed up to go to conferences and presentations. I will get something out of this conference. I will make sure that the time that I invest in here is well spent. So I just wanted to say, welcome to the world of entrepreneurship. It's going to be a little crazy. It's going to be a little maddening at times. It's going to be frustrating, but it will be the most exciting thing you will ever do. And whether you succeed or fail, the journey of getting through this, it's going to be worth it. Now, I'm an old guy. I've been around the block a few times. I thought it would be really important to hear from somebody else who's a lot closer to your age, who's done the same thing, who's an actual entrepreneur, and is building her own company. So I'd like to introduce Ali.
Give a big round of applause to Mr. Papa Giorgio, everybody. Mr. Papa Giorgio. I didn't say the name on the stage because I was afraid to say it. Looks intimidating. But all right, we have Ali here now, so everybody. So let's give a big round of applause to Ali, as she will be finishing off the lunch keynote.
I'll never forget a year ago when I hired an intern. It was last January, and this was an inspiring CEO. And she said, she was fantastic. I was training her in sales and account management, and she came into my office one day and she said, "Ali, can I pretend like I'm you?" And I said, "Alex, why would you want to pretend that you're me?" And she said, "Because people want to meet with the CEO of the companies. I feel like we could get more meetings if I pretend like I'm you than if I try to do it on my own." And this story really caught my attention because, I thought to myself, why would you ever limit yourself like that? You have to be the CEO of your life. It doesn't matter what position you're in right now. Before you want to be the CEO of a business, set a vision and brand yourself accordingly. So today I'm going to talk about 3 factors that I attribute to the growth of my company, Ali Specialties, which is a full-service promotional products company. And the first one is vision. It does not matter where you are. If you're a student, if you're at a startup company, you have to create a vision for your life, and you have to work towards that vision. I see some of the employees that come through, and it doesn't matter if they're new at a startup or, you can start a blog. Things to expect when you're working at a startup company, or go back to your local university and brand yourself. Talk about tips for resume writing or how to get into the tech world. But create that vision now. It's never too early, and start to execute. It's not enough just to have a vision and to say, oh, I want to be a CEO someday, or I want to own my own company. For me, I truly believe in making that vision visible. So I like to set up a poster board, and I put what my office is going to look like. I recently just moved to open up a second location in Austin, Texas. And if you look at my apartment, it's like a scene out of A Beautiful Mind. There's poster board everywhere. And it has what the office is going to look like, the regions that I'm going to target, where I'm going to have reps set up. And I focus on that vision every single day. If I come home and I feel a little homesick, or there's people I'm lonely, I really miss Tampa, I miss being home, I look dead center at that vision, and I remind myself that I need to be working every single day to execute my dream. And I use that to keep myself focused. Make sure you have a clear vision and surround yourself with it. And it'll be a reminder every day when you're working towards. The second factor in the big 3 is execution. I recently read a book, Why CEOs Fail. The #1 reason why CEOs fail is lack of execution. It's great to set a vision for yourself, but execution separates the dreamers from the doers. Execution is something that you can relate in all aspects of your life, relationships, your personal life, your business. Let's take health and wellness. Everybody comes January 1, I'm going to start to work out. I want to be fit. I want to be healthy. You set this vision, you see the end result, you can see it and feel it and you know what you want. And then the alarm clock goes off at 6 a.m. You want to just snooze, you want to sleep in. But if you get up and you put your workout clothes on and you go to the gym, you will not regret that workout. And you're executing and you're getting closer to your goal. For me personally, I was elected as the chair of the University of Tampa's Board of Counselors, and I thought to myself, how am I going to do this? I hate public speaking. I'm terrified. It keeps me up at night. I'm not comfortable with it. And I thought, if I turn this opportunity down, I am going to be in the same exact position that I was in when I originally turned it down. Whereas if I get up there every single month and I speak in front of a group, I'm going to get better and better with each speaking engagement. I might trip, or half the audience might be asleep, but if that does happen, that's going to create a really good story for my next speech. Because people like a comeback story. It's okay to fail or have a setback, but it's not okay to not execute on your vision. The third, well, with execution comes stepping out of your comfort zone, which is the example that I just gave you. But if you want to be an entrepreneur, you better get comfortable with being uncomfortable every single day of your life. The third factor in the big three is cultivating relationships. If you cannot cultivate relationships, you cannot have a business. And I don't care if you have a great tech startup idea and you're going to hire sales reps all over the country to sell it for you. If you do not cultivate on the relationships, you will not have a business. And I'd like to share a personal story of my own. I used to coordinate corporate golf outings at Innisbrook Golf Resort in Spa. And every Friday, I went into the nail salon, and there was a woman there. She was a customer, and I spoke to her every week. I had no idea who she was, and I told her I coordinate corporate golf outings, and I love what I do. And this week I have Coca-Cola, and next week I have Scotiabank, and I said, but I'm aspiring to open up my own promotional product company. I know the industry, I have the relationships. We talked. 3 weeks after I started my company, she turned around and she said, well, you know what? My husband's the president of the University of Tampa. I'm sure I could set you up with a meeting. And the University of Tampa became my first client at Alley Specialties. And I tell you that because you never know who you're going to meet. So use your time to talk to people, ask questions, and engage with other people, and you'll find that you'll have a very, very successful business. I'm going to end with a story. When I was coordinating corporate golf outings, I loved my job. And I said, I really want to move into sales. Like, I love coordinating these groups, they're happy, I love this industry, but I really think I could bring a lot to the table if I sell these packages. I want every business in Florida to have their golf tournament at Innisbrook. So I set up a meeting with the vice president of the property. His name is Chuck Pomerantz. When I said, Chuck, I love what I do, I'm really happy here, I'm very passionate about this industry, but I want to sell golf tournaments. I said, I think I could do it. Like, I know I could do it. I'll sell more than anybody else here. And he said to me, oh yeah, you wanna coordinate golf tournaments? Give me your sales pitch. So I was a little caught off guard, and I gave my best pitch. And he turned around when I was done, and he said, I will never hire someone that does not have sales experience. And it felt like it was the end of the world, like my world was crashing down. I said, I might not have sold you on my pitch right then and there, but I promise you, no one will outwork me. I will be pounding on doors until I get every company to have their golf tournament or their golf outing here at Innisbrook. He said, absolutely not. So I went to one of the sales managers, and my world was over. I said, I can't believe I got denied like this. I'm so upset. And 2 days ago, that sales manager called me, and he said, I just told one of the groups a story about you. 3 years, you broke $1 million in sales. Number 7 fastest growing company in Tampa Bay. Small Business of the Year. He said, I will never forget how upset you were when you did not get that sales position. The reason why I tell you that story, there are going to be so many Chuck Pomerantzes in your life. There are going to be people who tell you, you can't do it. The economy's bad. You don't have enough money. You're not smart enough. Work for somebody for 10 years, 15 years first. You're not ready. You apply these 3 factors. You set a vision. You execute. You cultivate on your relationships, and there is nothing that you can't accomplish. Thank you.